let's be honest. Actually, let's lie. Let me tell you one of the biggest lies that a lot of you probably believe, and that's that change is supposed to be easy. And when you try to work on something, you're supposed to see the effects of it immediately in your life. Right? Wrong. I'm Dr. Denim Slade. Building on my nearly 30 years of experience, I've developed the new C.O.R.E personality model to help you authentically incorporate you into your life and into your relationships. And the truth is that one of the most frustrating things about trying to change your life is that it takes so long to actually feel different. You eat better, you work out, you meditate, you set boundaries. And for weeks, sometimes even for months, it feels like nothing is happening. Nothing is changing. And that's when the doubt starts to creep in. You start wondering, is this even working? Is this ever going to work? Maybe this actually isn't for me, or it's not going to work for me. And so many of you stop right there, right before the results actually start to show up. I want to tell you what's really going on in these moments. It's what I call the lag effect. It's like the earthquake that happens hundreds or even thousands of miles offshore. You don't feel it where you are. Where you are, everything looks calm, still, but underneath the surface, what's going on? There's this massive wave forming, and it's only a matter of time before it actually hits the shore. Your habits work the exact same way. Change is hard. The effects of real, lasting change take a lot of time. There's always a gap between when you start the behavior and when you actually feel the impact of that behavior. So when you start exercising, or you start eating healthy, or you start practicing emotional regulation, you're sending that wave out into the ocean. You just haven't seen it hit the beach yet. And most people quit during that calm, quiet space right before the wave rolls in. Or think about it like gardening. You plant the seed, you water it, you give it plenty of sunlight, and for a long time, it looks like nothing is happening. But just beneath the surface, roots are taking hold. The real growth, the part that matters most, is happening where you can't see it yet. Now imagine if the gardener did what you've probably done a lot of times. What if the gardener stops watering right when the first tiny green shoot pops through the soil? Because the gardener's thinking, well, it's not a tree yet. This must not be working. That's what so many people do with their own personal growth. They stop right when the benefits are just beginning to emerge. So I want to give you 3 really important steps that are imperative for real change. First, you have to know what to do. That's the science part of it. And the good news is that we actually have incredible science on what works. We know what creates emotional health. We know what builds resilience and connection and confidence. We know what builds well-being. It's not a mystery. We have decades of research on this stuff. But most people skip the learning part, or they go to sources that they can't really trust, and they just try to wing it. And the fact is, unless you're super lucky, you can't do what you don't know. You can't incorporate what you don't understand. The second step is that you have to do it. You've got to take the knowledge and start practicing the behavior. This is where the lag effect kicks in. It's where you're doing the right things, but you don't have the results yet. Most of us aren't very good at the new things that we're trying to incorporate into our lives. And at this point, most of us aren't very good at the new things that we're trying to incorporate into our lives. And that's okay, because you're not supposed to be good at it yet. The third step, you have to keep doing it long enough for the results to catch up to your behavior. You have to give the seed time to grow. You have to let the wave reach the shore. That's when things actually start to change. Not just because you know what to do, but because you've become someone who lives it. Here's the thing about health, and this is true for physical health, for emotional health, relational health, all of it. Healthy doesn't work every time, but across time, healthy absolutely and predictably works. You won't feel the benefit of every good move you make, every good choice you make. You won't feel the benefit immediately every time you make a good choice. But if you keep making good choices across time, the results are inevitable. That's how health, that's how growth actually work. Healthy behavior has to be how you live. It has to be who you are, not just something that you're doing. You have to become a runner, not just someone who trained for a race for the first time. not just someone who trained for a race for the first and maybe the last time. Change is hard, but hard is not the same as hopeless. Healthy works, not every time, but across time. And if you stay with it long enough, your life will start to show it. So if you're in that space right now where you're doing the work, but it doesn't feel like it's working yet, please don't stop. You might be right in the middle of your gap. The fact is that you might be right in the middle of your lag. The earthquake already happened. The wave is on its way. The roots are growing, even if you can't see them yet. Learn what to do it, and then do it long enough to become it. Because when the effects finally do show up, they won't just change how you feel, they'll change who you are. I've taken my nearly 30 years of education and experience and created the C.O.R.E Advantage program to provide real education, tools, and support to help you change. Join our Facebook group. Take the free C.O.R.E assessment to start your journey with us. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to keep learning with us.